Now, from the Valley of the Sun, EA Sports welcomes you inside State Farm Stadium, just west of downtown Phoenix, Arizona. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the San Francisco 49ers and the Arizona Cardinals. Let's get this going. Mike Tirico along with Greg Olson, Eddie Pinheiro to get it started. Off we go from Glendale. We'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10.
Let's go. 60 by 6. 60 by 6.
They'll run, and here's the rookie from Notre Dame. And he'll take it for 4 yards on that game's first play.
He was brought down at the 26. It's now 2nd and 6.
Second down and 6 now from the 26. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Rolling right. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
Cougar 19. 19 tight. 19 tight. Buffalo 18. Trap 60. Trap 60.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. He's got his tight end. That's McBride. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. It is a big gain for Arizona. And even 30 yards. They'll come up here 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Warriors. Vikings 18. Pioneers 60 Mavericks. 60 Mavericks.
They'll look to throw. Going right. That's Johnston. And that keeps them ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
They'll look to throw yet again. Inside the 10, it is caught. And he's going to be brought down. It is a big gain for Arizona. 31 yards. Now a chance to pay off that big play. They have it 1st and goal.
Crack all 80. Rig alert. Rig alert.
Here's a run. Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's 2nd and goal.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal. Now it's from the 6-yard line.
Let's go. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. I got him, on me, Like you've been here before.
He'll get this out to the left flat. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
That's holding at the 2. And he'll take it on in. Marvin Harrison Jr. Touchdown, Cardinals. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Seven 0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This fielded at about the 9. Now on the hit, and he lost the football. Special teams has come up with the recovery. Special teams comes through again. We don't talk about it nearly enough, but sometimes the biggest plays of the game happen like that one. The kickoff return, fumble, recovered, and momentum swings again.
Everybody loves to see a big return, Mike, but the priority of any kick return unit, just give your offense a chance to possess the ball. And in this case, they don't do that. They turn the ball over, and now they find themselves back out there on defense.
2nd and inches.
Set. 70 Timberwolves. Hey, smash.
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he will win the race to the pylon. He's in. Touchdown, Arizona. Touchdown number 15 for him on the season.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike, and you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched, and an unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
49ers nothing.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. The return starts from the 5. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards.
Will Johnson there on the tackle. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 26-yard line.
So, from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 6. Play fake to McCaffrey. Now, Purdy. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Third down. Purdy. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. He's going to have the first down. So they convert on third down with a pickup of 9.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the first down.
That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. It's good. They'll bring up second down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact. I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
After back-to-back incompletions, they now face third down and 10. Again in the air for Purdy. This one down the field, but lined up incomplete. He was trying to fit that one into Mike Evans. And it's going to bring up fourth down. On fourth down, it's Corliss Waitman out to punt. They'll take this in back at the 16. And some good running on that return as he takes it up close to midfield.
At their own 47-yard line.
They'll run first carry of the game for Trey Benson. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down.
47-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3.
Now they'll set up to throw. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5. But that is enough for a first down.
5-yard gain on the
And this is what modern-day running back looks like in the NFL. They want to be able to activate these players in the passing game, no different than they do with the tight ends and the wide receivers. When you look out there and you have a mismatch, you have a linebacker or a safety on your running back, he's expected to win, and that's exactly what he did here.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He's going to go up top here for McBride. That's going to be incomplete. Very stout there. That's going to bring up second down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
We'll try again. It's second and 10.
Past the 60, past the 60. Dragon 60. Warriors 70. 79 Broncos.
look to throw. That's going to be incomplete. And they'll leave just enough time for one final play in this opening quarter.
They nearly connected on the big play downfield, but he's not quite able to hold on to that ball through the contact. You can chalk that one up as a win defensively.
Shotgun snap as they'll throw it on third down. And that will be incomplete. They could not hook up on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Second quarter starts. Cardinals in possession of the football as they've got it with fourth down coming up. So on comes Joshua Carty to try this field goal. This officially a 58-yard attempt. Carty's kick is good. And the Cardinals stake themselves to a 17-0 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on free and extend their lead.
A return now from the 4. Get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line. First and 10 for Purdy. Quick throw here is complete. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line. They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a first down.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins. And it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline. So as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
Finding space at the 40. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line. First time these two have connected this afternoon. And it'll wind up being a first down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get him the ball, pick up the first down.
And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
And once he got his head around, he realized he was in danger. I mean, luckily, he was able to get rid of that ball before it turned into a negative play.
The run here with McCaffrey. He'll get this across midfield to about the 49. Big Walter Nolan, the rookie out of Ole Miss, there to make the stop.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
A gain of 11 on that one. First down, 49.
And this is what can happen when you're so worried about protecting the sticks, Mike. You force them to throw the ball underneath, but then you've got to be able to rally the ball and tackle. But they weren't able to do it before he gets the line to gain, and he ends up picking up the first down anyway.
No chance at all. He'll go down. Josh Sweat, he works his way in and a big milestone sack. Number 50 in his career. Work to do now as they come up on second and long. They send Evans in motion. one broken up. It's incomplete. All over him down the field. It'll set up third down.
And the defender does such a good job, Mike, not only putting himself in position to make the play, but how often do we see guys that are there and they just can't quite make it? In this case, he's there, knocks the ball down, really nice play.
And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. And how about that? Third and a mile. And they convert and pick up a first down.
First down, 49ers.
Here's Purdy. This is caught at 2. And he's in. Mike Evans. Touchdown, San Francisco. It's his third touchdown catch this year.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
So now, after the touchdown, Pinheiro out to kick it away. On the return, it's Devin Duvernay. And they'll force him out of bounds right at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
They'll begin here on the ground. They'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. 16 yards on the game. And a quick first down.
Well, a really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it first and 10. They'll stay on the ground.
The gain of 2 brings up second and 8 at the 43-yard line.
From the 43, here's second and 8.
Shut up! Count to 60! Count to 60!
He'll drop to throw. He'll get this out to his running back. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. The screen works for 10 yards and a first down.
The ability to generate explosive plays is the greatest correlation with the ability to score points. So every defense nowadays is trying to say, cannot let them throw the ball over our head. What does that do? Get you a little bit more depth in your drops. Makes it a little bit easier for some of these check down pickups.
Back left side, and that's the tight end, McBride. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Ready up! Ready! Hiking 18! Over! Roy! Go!
From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. That's a gain of 11. And they'll move the chains with another first down.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical, right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
Here we go, set. 18 card, 18 card.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
They face 2nd down and 7.
Set. 60, Dragon 60. Buffalo 18. Trap 60, trap 60.
Back to throw. Good coverage there in the end zone. That is incomplete. Terrific work. They separated the man from the football, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Doesn't get much better than that. Had he gotten there just a little bit earlier, he probably draws the flag a little late, and it's probably a touchdown.
3rd and 7.
Cougar 19. 79 Broncos. 19 Lions. Take go.
Duvernay with the grab. And he will easily pick up the 1st down. They've got 1st and goal coming up. Arizona will take its first timeout. Clock will stop as they stop with 28 seconds to go in this first half. Ball sitting on the 3. It is 1st down and goal.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
They'll try to run this one in. This defense backed up, but they bring the fire there. Stop him before he can get past the 3-yard line.
So they're not going to get the yardage to reflect it, but I actually thought that was a pretty nice job by the running back, at least getting back to the original line of scrimmage. This offensive line, they've got to do a better job getting him through untouched. His yards before contact got to be better.
Ready.
They'll go again from the 3. It is 2nd and goal.
Bravo 80.
That is caught.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Michael, I swear, I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times, and then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and they got to find a way to put that ball across the goal line.
Let's go. 70 Timberwolves. Check.
Now, this looks like a design run. He will do it himself. He's in. Touchdown, Cardinals. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon.
You know, we spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end the 4th quarter in 2-minute mode. Well, let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the first half. It might not be in walk-off fashion, but I'll tell you what, executing that here, going into halftime, changes this entire game.
So, still the matter of 6 seconds remaining in this half. And the kick's away. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. And he'll be forced out of bounds. And with that, time has run out on this first half. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. This taken at the 5. And he will get cut down short, shy of the 20-yard line. Play action now. Purdy. Now a ball deep, middle of the field. And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20. A big one there to start the second half. 65 yards.
Both pre-snap and post-snap, this is about as well done as you can do at the quarterback position. Get in and out of the right call, identifying the holes along the back end, and then the throw. You can't put it in a better spot. I mean, that's just a big-time play.
Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
To play in the NFL, you've got to have a short-term memory, because regardless of whether the previous play was good or bad, they're going to line up and snap it again. In this case, really nice job bouncing back. They put the bad play behind them, forced the sack in the ensuing play, and they're right back on track.
To the end zone. It's intercepted. That's the safety, Buda Baker. And the Cardinals will get the ball at their own 17-yard line.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's position. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
Hold it ready. Cowboy 80. Let's go.
That's quickly out to Harrison. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
Pack the 60. Pack the 60. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Check smash. Check smash.
On the handoff, this is Benson. And he'll only be able to muster a couple of yards. From off the edge, Nick Bosa with the stop.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker. And they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard.
Hawk 70. Hawk 70.
They'll try and run for this with Connor. He's going to have enough for the first down. They'll take this to the 3rd.
Anytime you have one of these big backs, this is exactly the spot to use him. Just lower those pads, keep those legs moving. He's able to find just enough of a seam to pick up the first down.
Go. 60 Bison. 60 Bison. 70 rings. 70 rings. Check off.
To the air now on 1st and 10. That's caught downfield by McBride. And he's out of bounds inside the 30. It is a big gain for Arizona. 42 yards.
Everyone talks about all the physical qualities to play quarterback in the NFL, Mike, and of course that's a given. But it's really the cerebral approach to the game that separates the best from everybody else. And I think both of those things were on display there, as he did not only a great job of finding the vulnerabilities of the back end, but then once his guy was there, it was that arm talent that put the ball in the exact right spot to allow his guy to make the big play.
Straight ahead, they go with Banksy, and he'll get him out 5.
On the stop. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 22-yard line.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 4.
Come on, set. Nice. Cougar 19. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
They'll throw out of the gun. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender, bodied his man up, wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force 3rd down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. That defender's bearing down. You really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
Important one here. Want to keep this drive moving. Got to pick up 3rd and 4. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. That's in the end zone and intercepted. And the Niners are going to take possession here. It's a touchback. They'll take over at the 20-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Purdy. Quick throw, taken in. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
From the 23, here's 2nd down and 7. They send Evans in motion. On 2nd down, Purdy. He'll find his tight end, Kittle, on the right side. And he's out of bounds. They're going to mark him at the 35. Just his first catch. They have held him in check so far. That one gives him a 1st down. Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for 1st and 10.
Get set. 18. Watch out.
Play fake to McCaffrey. Now, Purdy. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in. And he'll be out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. They get an even 20 on that one. It's good for a Niners 1st down.
Here we go, boys. Here we go. Yeah, you. Here we go.
Receiver in motion, headed left. McCaffrey now on 1st and 10. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Cardinals' 38-yard line.
Again, it's McCaffrey. He's got space inside the 25. And they'll move it down to the 11-yard line. He's out of bounds there. A gain there of 27 yards.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. Next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big hit.
And he will score. Christian McCaffrey. Touchdown, 49ers.
We were talking during the break, Mike. We felt that this was kind of a do-or-die drive. They felt like they needed to come away with a touchdown here, and now they're showing a little life.
Yeah, a little bit of belief, don't you think? Everyone on that field knows they've been a part of a comeback before. It's a pretty big mountain, but a good way to get started here to begin this half.
Pinheiro set to kick off.
So now, after the touchdown, Pinheiro out to kick it away. Duvernay on the return. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Go! 18 Cardinals, 18 Cardinals. Let's go!
Drive will start on the ground. Oh! And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line.
That's good.
That one good for a dozen. A very quick first down.
10 at the 34-yard
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
So, 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. From the 34 now, it's first and 10.
Let's go! 19, 70, undercrush.
Now we see a lot of this as they begin the 4th quarter on the ground. Modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's second down.
3-yard pickup. Brings up second and 7.
Here we go, set! 60 Eagle, 60 Eagle! Riggs!
Hey, movement!
A run out of the gun with Benson. And he'll work his way past the 40. He's tackled after a gain of 4.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
19 tight, 19 tight! Come 19, come 19!
They'll throw here on 3rd and short. He's got his man. It's Harrison. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
That might end up being the backbreaker right now. This defense desperately needed to get off the field and give their offense a chance to cut into this 2-score lead. But instead, they now got to defend a fresh set of downs. And as you look up at this clock, they might be running out of time.
He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Drop for the loss of a yard.
At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11.
18, Hawk 70, Bravo 80, Dragon 60, 19 Lion.
They'll look to throw. He'll go right and find his running back. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. 22 yards to pick up there. It's good for a Cardinals first down.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the fourth quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock. And without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back.
They run out of the gun with Benson. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. Here's a 2nd and 9. Here comes the jet sweep. And this defense having nothing of it. They get him down for a loss on the play.
Tried to get a little cute here, get the ball into the hands of one of their receivers in space on a jet motion, but really nice job there by the defense. When you can set good edges and you can have good force players on the perimeter of the defense, there's really nowhere for this jet sweep to go, because with them running horizontal before the snap, Mike, it's very hard for these receivers to cut and get vertical.
They'll try to get this one on the ground.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense. And that's exactly what they've been able to do.
2 minutes remain in the fourth quarter. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. The offense not coming off the field, and here's 4th down.
Here we go.
They'll drop to throw. Now he'll work his way out right. That is caught for 3. And they continue to churn out first down. What a drive. It continues now with 1st and goal. The Niners will use the first of their timeouts. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down.
Mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and it's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. They'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop.
At their own 22-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22.
Get set, get set.
Off the play fake, Purdy. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down. Again, it's Purdy. Open man downfield is Kittle. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45. Here's 1st and 10.
First down. It's a gain of 25 yards. And the 49ers first
Now
down.
Purdy. The pressure too much, and he goes down.
Second down.
Purdy now on 2nd down. Down the field, caught on that left sideline. He's over 100 receiving yards on the afternoon now, and a 1st down to boot.
We spent so much time talking about arm strength, and while that certainly has a place in the conversation, look at the touch of this ball, Mike. It's a deep corner route. This ball needs to have the right pace, the right trajectory to not only get it over the second-level defenders, but get that ball down into the hands of his target. He makes it look a lot easier.
That is caught. What a throw. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Touchdown, San Francisco.
And this special connection between this quarterback and his receivers, it was on full display right there. Great job getting behind the defense, and then what can you say about that ball? I mean, you can't put that ball in a better spot. And with timing and accuracy like that, leads to 6.
This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
Well, we knew, Mike, this was going to take a miracle. All they needed to do was recover this, score, recover another one, score again. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen, and this game's all but over.
Look at the 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. Timeout 49ers. That is their 2nd. As they get it with just under a minute to go in this football game. It is 2nd and 6.
Street. 60 bicep. Dragon 60.
He'll drop to throw. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. It might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
This defense is vulnerable in a few areas along the back end, but none of that will matter if this protection can't do a better job holding up long enough that they can find some of these open receivers that have been able to separate. He just doesn't have the time to get him the ball.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. Downfield, man, he's got it. And they're going to get this ball down to the 20-yard line.
23 yards. That's good for a Cardinals 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
The red zone now. He'll drop to throw. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. For quarterbacks, there are so many stats we use to measure a good season. This is one of them. 30 touchdowns. That was number 30 on the year.
That's the score. Cardinals 38, 49ers 21.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
the 35. It's 1st and 10.
Outside. 18. Watch out.
They send Evans in motion. A first down throw for Purdy. That's complete to Kittle, the tight end. And he'll be driven out of bounds, and that's a pickup of 8. Here's 2nd and 2. They send Evans in motion. Play action now. Purdy. Got a man coming across the field. He's got it. And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line. The Niners will use their 3rd and final timeout. Clock to stop. 21 seconds to go in the game. 1st and 10. They send a receiver in motion left. 1st and 10 for Purdy. He'll let this go deep for the end zone.
And while this one is all but over, these guys aren't going to let up one bit. They have a lot of pride in their performance, Mike. And just because they have this big lead, they're not going to give you anything easy here down the stretch.
To the air is Purdy. And this is caught left sideline, but out of bounds, says the official. Incomplete. That ball a little late getting there. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
10 yards to go.
18. Watch out.
Kittle is the man in motion. Third down. Purdy. He'll push it downfield. This one for Kittle. Ball incomplete. Coverage outstanding there. Able to jar the ball free in a big spot. And now it is 4th down.
Get set. Get set. 18. Go ahead.
Now Purdy. That's going to be incomplete. They felt compelled to go for it on 4th and long. That was a big ask, and the defense turns them away.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
Here we go. One final play. That'll be intercepted. Picked off by Renato Green. And he's going to be out of bounds, but he has his offense set up in great field position inside the red zone. So it's a win for the Cardinals. And it is their 3rd consecutive victory. They continue to play great football here in this latest stretch. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. It's a win here in the desert for the Cardinals as we say so long from Glendale.